Clark has been named on Forbes' list 25 most powerful women.
Caitlin Clark just made Forbes' list of the 25 most powerful women in sports. And the WNBA can't handle it. Yup, Forbes put her at number 4, and you could almost hear the teeth grinding across the league. Envy is in the air. Question for you. How long before the rest of the WNBA admits that Caitlin Clark isn't just a player, she's the brand keeping them relevant? Forbes just dropped their top 25 most powerful women in sports list, and guess who landed right up there with the global icons? Caitlin Clark. The same Caitlin that half the WNBA spent the last season pretending was overrated. Yeah, that Caitlin. Number 4 in the entire country. And you know what that means? Instant envy all around.
Well, it looked like Caitlin Clark is ringing bells yet again, this time making another exclusive list. And this is the second list that she has made this offseason. This time is dealing with Forbes' top 25, man.
Forbes didn't sugarcoat it either. They called her the face of a new era in women's sports. $8 million in endorsements, record TV ratings, and a fan base that crashed ticket websites more than once. Meanwhile, some players still acting like she's just another guard. Please. Forbes doesn't rank another guard next to Serena Williams and Simone Biles. And let's be real, this isn't just about money, it's about influence. When you start showing up on lists usually reserved for billionaires and CEOs, that's a different level of power. She's not just shifting numbers, she's shifting the culture.
You do that. But the article goes on to say Caitlin is named on Forbes America's most powerful 25 women in sports list.
Now, the reaction across the WNBA was exactly what you'd expect. Loud silence. Oh, they saw it. They just didn't say a word. Not one official team account even retweeted it. That's how you know it hurt. Because deep down, they know Forbes is right. Caitlin Clark is the only reason some of those arenas had fans in seats this year. She sold out games in markets that couldn't fill half a section before she arrived. You'd think that'd earn a little respect, but nah. Some players still throwing side-eye on social media, talking about, we all bring value. Sure, but one of you brought millions of new viewers. That's a different kind of value.
Her record-breaking college basketball career into early dominance. The WNBA, her estimated $8 million income from her rookie season with the Indiana Fever was bolstered by big deals like Nike, Wilson, Gatorade, and signals and shift in how female athletes are being valued.
And Forbes didn't just list her, they explained why. They said Caitlin has turned a record-breaking college career into early dominance in the pros. Translation: she's already doing in one season what some never did in 10. They pointed out the brands that lined up to get her name: Nike, Wilson, Gatorade. Those companies don't throw money at randoms. They saw what we all saw, the Caitlin effect. And it's funny because a lot of players complained about how much media coverage she gets, but now she's officially on Forbes' power list. So good luck ignoring her now.
Season, it's gonna be legendary, bro. It truly, truly is. It's gonna be something like we never seen before. I'm calling it right now. That's how much faith I got in CC, bro. CC's she like that, dog.
The same people who rolled their eyes at her interviews are the ones scrolling through the list today trying to pretend they didn't see it. Oh, they saw it. They just don't want to admit that the rookie with too much hype is now ranked above their entire league in global influence. Let's talk about the timing too. This comes right as the WNBA is fighting over their CBA deal. Players are arguing for more money, more revenue share, more respect, and Caitlin Clark just got named one of the most powerful women on earth. You can't make this up. She's literally the symbol of what the league is asking for. And at the same time, the target of their resentment. Commissioner Kathy Engelbert should be sending her flowers every week. Because without Caitlin Clark, those TV numbers would look like a quiet Sunday church service. Every time she plays, the league trends. Every time she talks, headlines follow. That's not luck. That's star power. And now Forbes made it official. The article basically said, "We see the shift. Caitlin Clark represents a new market for women's sports where influence matters as much as titles." The funniest part? She's number 4. Only 3 people ranked above her. We're talking global legends and billion-dollar brands. And then boom, Caitlin Clark sitting right there among them. That's not just power, that's impact. Meanwhile, some players are still tweeting cryptic stuff like, "Media crowns who they want." Yeah, they do. And they chose the one who filled your stadium. Even the WNBA PR team looks lost right now. How do you balance "we're a team league" with the fact that one player is literally the headline for every positive story you get? You can't. So they pretend she's just one of many. But the Forbes ranking proves she's not. Caitlin Clark has crossed into mainstream celebrity status. She's doing golf events, charity gigs, national interviews, all without needing the league to hold her hand. And that's why they're jealous. Because she doesn't need them. They need her. The irony is that her success helps everyone. When Forbes writes about her, they mention the WNBA. When she sells out arenas, they get paid. But instead of celebrating her, some players act like she's the problem. That's what envy does. It makes you mad at the person who's helping you win. And let's be honest, the numbers don't lie. Caitlin's name brought record attendance, record merch sales, and the highest WNBA viewership in history. One season. Just one. Now she's being honored by Forbes for it. That's not a fluke, that's a shift in power. You could feel it the moment she entered the league. Brands started writing bigger checks. TV networks started begging for broadcast rights, and suddenly, everyone wanted a piece of the fever. She literally made a small market team relevant overnight. So yeah, when Forbes calls her one of the 25 most powerful women in sports, they're not just talking about basketball. They're talking about a cultural force. Someone who moved women's sports forward without asking for permission. And while others are tweeting about respect, she's getting ranked next to global leaders. That's the difference between making noise and making history. After the Forbes news dropped, it didn't take long for the reactions to roll in. But instead of a wave of congratulations, it felt like the quiet before a storm. Some WNBA players liked a few posts here and there, but barely anyone said her name. That silence said everything. You can't tell me that a player getting ranked number 4 on Forbes' list, above team owners, executives, and Olympic icons, shouldn't be celebrated league-wide. But nah, you could practically hear the sound of scrolling thumbs and clenched jaws. It's the same pattern every time. Caitlin gets recognized, and suddenly, everyone goes quiet. Remember when she broke viewership records? Silence. When she sold out arenas back-to-back? Silence. Now she's officially one of the 25 most powerful women in sports, and the silence is deafening. And here's the kicker. Forbes didn't even base this on hype or potential. They looked at tangible results. They counted endorsement deals, media impact, and economic influence. Caitlin checked every box. She's not just playing basketball, she's running a business empire before turning 25. She's got Nike pushing signature shoes, Wilson creating her custom basketball line, and Gatorade giving her the spotlight usually reserved for male athletes. Meanwhile, the rest of the league is still begging the commissioner for a pay bump. That contrast is brutal. Let's be real. This Forbes list just proved what fans have been saying for months. The WNBA doesn't have a marketing problem. It has a jealousy problem. Because here's what's happening right now. Instead of capitalizing on Caitlin's success, the league keeps acting defensive. It's like they want to control the narrative instead of ride the wave. But newsflash, you can't control a cultural shift this big. Caitlin Clark is the narrative. She's the reason little girls are buying Fever jerseys. She's the reason ESPN started moving games to prime time. And she's the reason you're even hearing about the WNBA outside of highlight clips and draft nights. The Forbes article even highlighted that her influence goes beyond the court. They said her success signals a shift in how female athletes are valued in the world of professional sports. That's not just a compliment, that's a statement. It means she's forcing brands to rethink the entire business model. But instead of celebrating her, you got certain corners of the WNBA social media trying to downplay it. Tweets like, "There are more powerful women who don't get media attention." Sure, but none of them are filling 18,000-seat arenas on a Tuesday night. You can almost feel the envy bleeding through the screen. It's like they want her fame but not her workload. People forget how much pressure Caitlin carries every time she plays. She's not just trying to win games. She's carrying a league's image on her back. And still, she's expected to smile through it while others take shots at her. Remember when she got criticized for not celebrating enough? Then got criticized for celebrating too much? That's how you know she's living rent-free in everyone's head. Now add a Forbes ranking on top of that, and boom, the jealousy is at full throttle. It's funny how the WNBA loves to talk about growing the game until someone actually does it. Then suddenly, it's a problem. Caitlin Clark is literally the growth they've been begging for. She's the walking answer to every marketing question the league ever had. But instead of learning from her, some folks are too busy counting her brand deals. And let's not pretend this Forbes list doesn't sting, because it's not just about fame. It's about influence. Forbes just made it official that Caitlin has more pull in the sports industry than most executives. She's shaping sponsorship trends, fan engagement, and even broadcast deals. Forbes said it plain. Caitlin Clark's presence in professional basketball has shifted how fans and brands view women's sports. Translation: she's not part of the system, she is the system. Even Adam Silver indirectly admitted it during a recent interview. He said WNBA players will get more money, this cycle of collective bargaining, and that they deserve it. Translation: thank Caitlin Clark. Her name is the reason sponsors and networks even care about the CBA. Let's not forget, the same WNBA that ignored her for weeks after she got drafted is now using her face in every promo video. Funny how that works. 1 year ago, she was just another player. Now she's number 4 on Forbes' most powerful list. That's the definition of poetic justice. And you know what makes it even better? She's doing it without drama. No beef, no ego, no messy quotes. Just performance, discipline, and consistency. That's what drives people crazy. She doesn't have to scream for attention. It finds her naturally. While other players are out here subtweeting, Caitlin's out here rewriting history. She's building a legacy brick by brick, endorsement by endorsement, record by record. And if you really think about it, the Forbes recognition isn't just a trophy for her, it's a blueprint for the future. It shows every young athlete that if you combine skill, marketing sense, and humility, you can build your own empire. No gatekeepers needed. That's why the envy hits so hard. Because Caitlin Clark didn't wait for the WNBA to hand her a spotlight. She brought her own, and it's not going anywhere. The Forbes list just confirmed what everyone already knew, but some people refuse to say out loud. The WNBA needs Caitlin Clark way more than she needs them. Fans love her because she's real. Brands love her because she's consistent. And media loves her because she moves numbers. That's the ultimate trio of power. So yeah, when Forbes named her one of the 25 most powerful women in the world, it wasn't just a title. It was a reality check. For the players still pretending she's overhyped, for the execs who undervalued her at draft night, and for every critic who thought her fame would fade after college. Surprise! She's only getting bigger. Caitlin Clark just made Forbes' list of the 25 most powerful women in the world, and the WNBA can't hide their envy. Love her or hate her, she's carrying the league to places it's never been. So what do you think? Will the league ever give her the credit she deserves? Drop your thoughts below, hit like, and subscribe for more updates.